Hey everybody, this is Eddie. I want to talk to you about the world's first universal carrying and mounting cases designed for iPads and tablets and e-readers. It's called Mount Me. Yeah, it's amazing. This thing it's what you put. If you've got an iPad, this is what you have to get one of these things. It comes in all different colors. It comes in like green, black, white, lime. It's really sleek and durable. It's reversible, so you can use it to hold it on something, and you can also flip it over and snap it on the front to protect the screen while traveling. You can mount it on your car, you can mount it on your desk, you can mount it on your wall, on your refrigerator, anywhere. If you want to get it, if you want to look at it, just go to mount-me.com, mount-me.com, or amazon.com, and you can find it. Look for Mount Me. It's pretty cool.
Hi, everybody. This is the Hour of Power from Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ifft. I'm here to talk to you today about skanktees.com. Skanktees.com is an adult blog and t-shirt website. The content is not for the average man or woman, especially not children. We have 52 original slogans plus logo shirts, shorts, and badass hoodies. Their company slogan is a little dirty and a lot of fun.
Hey, this is Eddie from Talking Shit, and I just want to thank our $100 donors. Gregory Horwich, Matthias Herman, Dave Smith, Corey L. Good, Sean Frolick, Alexander Lemming, and Kay Justice. If I got any of your names wrong, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I also want to give a shout out to Peter King because he's poor, but he still donated. You guys have given a lot of money. We appreciate it. You guys, I keep running into you at the shows. When I do live shows, people come up to me. They're like, I donated. I can get a shout out. Hopefully, I gave you your shout out. There was some guy that claims a while ago he gave a $250 shout out, and I did, or $250 donation, and I didn't give him a shout out. So here it is to you, the guy that I met in the Sydney Comedy Store. This is your shout out. I don't remember your name. So email me. I think I told you to email, and I will give you a shout out on the show. But you guys, thanks for donating. It really pays for all the stuff like bandwidth, production, all the kind of things that we do here, and stuff like buying Jason a singlet to wrestle in. But you don't just donate money and then it goes to shit like that. You get stuff for it. You get DVDs, t-shirts, signed posters, shout outs. You get to come to the show. That's right. If you want to pay $1,000, you get to come hang out at the Rape Cottage and be part of the show. And you can ask the guys that have done it before, Milan and Mike White, who have done it, have had a great time. And we're waiting for you, Cancer Girl. If anyone, you don't have to have money or donate money. If you just have cancer, we'll let you come. But you got to have like really bad cancer.
Is she still around, Cancer Girl? We haven't heard from her.
Yeah,
we hear from her.
Yeah.
Furtaco's friends with her. They're buddies. They have like little feuds on Facebook and
let's save it for the show.
Oh, I thought we were in the show.
No, we're not in the show. You want to start the show?
If I say yes, she won't let me.
Do it.
Hi, everybody.
Wait a minute. Let's
It's better than a boo.
let's start the show.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ifft.
Boo.
This is Jason Hour. I'm here with Jim Jeffries, Eddie Ifft.
You're not going to welcome me back? I haven't been on the last 4 weeks.
Jim, welcome back. Jim's been off
you.
making a television pilot, and I saw it today,
Yeah?
and it was really good, dude.
You can't say too much about what happens.
Can I say that I cried a little?
You did cry a little.
But I laughed a lot, so it's got all the points.
You cry when you jerk off.
Yeah, and I laughed too.
Can you welcome me back?
Hi, Eddie. Welcome back to Australia. Welcome back from Australia. Did I say welcome back to Australia?
Yes, you did.
I'm tired too. I didn't get much.
You're tired.
Yeah, Jim and I were up really late, and then I did get up at 9:47.
You did not get up at 9:47.
Yeah, I did.
Lindsay, what time did I call you?
10:17.
I'm glad he's keeping a register of it.
Oh, I did.
Let me explain.
It was 10-7.
Let me explain what happened. I came back from Australia today after like a 17-hour flight or whatever the fuck it was. Jason was supposed to pick me up at the airport. I get off the plane. I call him. His phone goes straight to voicemail. I call again, voicemail. I text, where are you? Text again, where are you? Text again, where the fuck are you? Then
10-17.
I call Lindsay. And I go, Lindsay, can you go over to the house and see where Jason is? I have a feeling he's on the couch asleep. So Lindsay goes over. She goes, he was outside. I go, what was he doing? She goes, I think he was hitting his phone.
Well, if he was hitting his phone, it didn't mean his phone wasn't working.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's where the best
That's
is.
what I was verifying.
So I go to pick him up, or he comes to the airport to pick me up, and I was so angry at the airport that I left without my luggage. I left customs and had to go back in and get it.
How did you know that he? Why were you angry if you went through customs yet?
Because I had called him from the plane.
Right.
When she found me, I was actually trying to get my phone to work to call you, because what happened was I plugged it in all night and I don't know why it didn't
You want
charge.
to hear a little funny thing about this whole thing about his phone not working?
What?
Every time I called, it went straight to voicemail. So after this whole debacle, everything happened, I typed in *67, Jason's number, called, hello.
Yeah, I was on the. I got charged. We came back here and I charged my phone, and then we went to the thing and my phone was alive for the rest
So
of the half a day.
your phone wasn't broken; it was just not charged.
Yeah, it just didn't take a charge last night. I don't know why, and it was plugged in. So I apologize. That
And then,
Flies
so
in his hand.
caught a fly.
wait, here's the best. So my girlfriend gets in the car with him at the airport, and I go in and wait for the other luggage to come out. And they're waiting and waiting, and it was going to be a while. And so I guess Jason was getting a little hostile in the car and had to.
No, I
so
didn't.
she said, to cool him down, she goes, well, do you want to go to In-N-Out? And Jason was like, yeah, I want to go to In-N-Out. So she took him to In-N-Out, and then they come to pick me up. I get out of the car, I'm coming to the car, he knows I'm going to be angry. First thing he says to me, I bought you a burger.
No, I said we brought you in and out.
No, you said I bought you a
I didn't
burger.
claim
You
the
said
purchase.
I bought you a burger.
bought. It's phonetically similar. I can see how you thought that.
What did you eat today?
In and out burger
Yeah.
and then a meat pie and some candy.
And
Was any of that purchased by you?
No,
who bought you a pie and some candy?
you did.
Did you eat lunch at the studios today?
No,
No,
he didn't.
Who bought me my lunch today?
I did.
Lily bought your lunch.
But who
today.
gave me my lunch?
Lilith did.
No, Jason.
Oh, I did.
Jason
I told you I just deliver. I just facilitate.
Remember the handoff.
I just facilitate the.
I thought Jason bought me lunch today.
No,
Did you really
I'm sorry.
think that would happen?
And that-
Jason got really
but
excited.
Jason
to
got
pick out
excited.
your
He would have had to have a hookup there.
That
in the
he
studio.
picked it out for me.
He was
Well, I knew
very
what to get.
excited.
He got me Wolfgang Puck
He
sliders.
stood
They
in
were a
front of the
little
menu.
hesitant about what to pick, and then the first thing they picked wasn't available.
And the second thing I picked wasn't available.
What was that? Because it was a perfect meal.
It was
Cuban sandwich. I think.
Cuban
The
Oh,
sandwich.
I
sandwich.
love a Cuban.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
what they
yeah.
ran out. So I guess
I know you
everybody
will.
over there loves Cuban.
At the airport with my girlfriend, Jason kept saying, I got to go. I got things to do. I got appointments today. And she goes, what do you have to do? He goes, I got to meet with Jim's producer. They're interested in me for the show.
Is that what you said?
No,
Yeah, you
that is not what I said. That's crazy.
No.
Actually, what I didn't say anything about that.
because I'm the producer of Jim's show.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't.
so what did you tell her?
I said we're gonna go watch Jim's pilot.
And he said, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. We drop him off here at home.
No, actually,
And I see him go to the coffee shop with the dog.
the thi-
So why did you think you were having meetings?
I didn't, and I didn't say that. That's fabrication.
So who's lying?
I believe. I don't know. I don't know.
That would
who's
mean
lying.
Eddie's girlfriend's lying.
or Eddie.
That's true. There's a lot of lies.
Yes.
I really didn't say that.
How come when we dropped you off here, you were in such an urgency to get home? But
I
when
did
you-
not say that though. That's the thing that's not cool. I did not say that.
What, that you were in a hurry to get home?
That I was going to meet with producers that were interested in me and being in his show. I did not say that to anybody.
Okay. But
But
why
I didn't say that.
But why did you say you had to get home in a hurry to see the pilot?
Yeah, to see the pilot.
Okay, so
To get-
then-
and to wake him up because we were supposed to
Okay,
be back
so-
here. Like
so-
he needed me to wake him up.
So
at noon.
then when we got home, how come you went straight to the coffee shop?
I had to walk Duke's, and I was exhausted, so I ran and got a coffee and came straight back here, and then we went to the show. So I was only at the shop for a few minutes actually. I ran down there, walked Duke's, pooped, took him back, and then I forgot to cone him.
Yeah, you forgot to cone Duke today.
That
When
was
we,
the big
when we went
stress.
off to the studios today, halfway there, we found out that Duke wasn't coned. We came back and Duke's got a big red mark on its ass again. This is the thing that I don't understand. Why won't that dog learn?
He has allergies and anxiety.
What allergies he's got?
It's you know they say dogs are like their owners.
No, but what allergy? I don't understand what allergies he's got.
Well, I could possibly go get a test done. I guess I don't know, but like the
Yeah.
vet-
Maybe he's allergic to morons.
What, but didn't we fix it? Didn't we put a shot in that dog's
well,
ass and fix it?
the vet said that it's difficult to determine, what the source Could be. It could be food. It could be whatever. I told him what I was feeding him. He said that's good food for him.
How old's Duke?
7.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
We got at least 5 more years of Duke, haven't we?
No,
No, he won't make it.
no way.
Oh, that really is
He's not
just
gonna
not
make it.
right.
When do you think Duke will die?
Let's predict how Duke's gonna die.
And how he's gonna die.
All right, let's put a poll in on how Duke's gonna die.
You know, everybody gets to pick a disease or a death, and everybody gets a 6-month period.
I've got my one already.
I got
I
mine.
got
I got
mine.
mine. Okay, I'll do my one first.
You go.
Jason's gonna kill himself, and then Duke's gonna eat the corpse and die.
Oh,
of
he
food poisoning.
fucking stole. I was just gonna say you're gonna die from some.
Okay.
I was like, Jim's gonna hemorrhage, like
I think-
taking a shit, and then Duke's gonna eat his corpse and die. Damn it!
No,
I
you
think
pick-
that-
you pick your own one.
I think that Duke is going. You're going to be walking around the boardwalk, and he's going to lick up some blood that's from a homeless person. He's going to get AIDS, and that's how he's going to go.
He's gonna be an AIDS dog.
He's going to be an AIDS dog. We're going to watch him
That'd be
slowly
nice.
deteriorate.
Will he have a partner dog that takes care of him till the
I don't
end?
know, but I hope he gets that.
I like Jim's better because both of them die in it.
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, I think
I
someone's
don't-
gonna
I wanna
kill
wait.
Duke.
Oh,
Someone's
that
gonna come over, kill Duke to get to Jason, and Jason's gonna freak the fuck out.
Says the therapist.
And then-
Thank you.
I think it'd be easy to kill Duke. Jason's got a trick at the moment where he puts a laser pointer on the ground, then points at the door, and then Duke runs its head into the door.
we found that my brother's dog. He's this like little tiny faggy dog, and it chases the laser pointer. So we got to thinking Harlow and Noosa would do it, and we pulled the laser pointer out with Harlow, Noosa, and Duke. And Harlow and Noosa are way too smart, and they just ignore it. And Duke fucking chases that thing around.
Duke
Cats
likes
do that too.
yeah, cats do that as well.
Duke likes flies too.
So
he
how-
chases flies.
How do you think the dog would die?
Well, actually that's what I thought.
Yeah, but you didn't say it fast enough.
You thought by eating your dead corpse?
No, Jim's. I had Jim dead in my fantasy.
Why would I? Wait, if I die, that means you're homeless. You don't want me to die.
And
No,
starving.
You die.
Yeah, but I take all your mail and I filled out significant other.
But if
Jim-
and I sent that back in to your
you
lawyer.
die, it just affects my Wednesday.
Do you do you understand that he plays us against each other because Jason is constantly weighing like where he's gonna stay, and he's like, if Jim moves, I'm going with Jim. No, I can always stay with Eddie. So if you die, he knows he still has me, but then he's gonna have to find a new friend too to play against
He's
me.
got other people. He's going to move in with Devlin next week.
Well, he talked about it, so you know.
So you are moving in with Devlin. You're off the couch next week.
No, next week,
Yeah.
First week in
January 4th.
January 4th. Oh,
Is that your eviction? I'm putting the eviction notice on the door.
He said that. Well, he told me that his roommates. We were at the
And
townhouse. and
how's
he
how's
offered
Eva
it.
going?
The guy that runs the company, he went to Spain to go deal business with them. and-
Sure. It's a tax haven to get away from. Yeah. What
Barcelona's
happened?
lovely this time of
So,
year.
so what? No, what's happening with your career with Eva?
It's I mean, not much really.
No, it's not really.
No.
What other business ideas you got at the moment?
Well, actually, when I was over at the dog park with Eddie's dogs.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah, the lady.
Now
Calling.
He said to me, he goes, he said to me yesterday, he goes, I'm set because I went to the dog park and I met a woman who walks dog and she's throwing a bit of her business.
Yeah,
my
she's
way.
gonna send me some clients.
Right,
She
so
took
that's
my number
like,
and-
that's fucking got to have health care.
Yeah,
and
no,
everything.
you can make good money walking.
You know
dogs,
what's great?
actually.
You know what's great is as your business card, you should just have a picture of Duke in his cone with his red ass, showing people how well you take care of dogs.
That's great.
So, but if she's going to throw some of her clients that way, I assume she'll send you the shitty dogs. She's not going to send you the good dogs.
Yeah, probably in the beginning. I'm sure it's like a
Yeah,
rookie thing.
you're not going to get the good
He's going to be
dogs.
like that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer when she has to.
But then I'm gonna get all
You know,
those
work with all
shitty
the
dogs
bad
together.
Ah, Grease 2.
But I'll give them. I'll tie them together into something that
Desperate
we can
Minds.
work towards together, and then we'll overcome all the
Criminal
other
Minds.
great dogs.
Now, what else
And then
happened
the
while
underdogs-
what else happened while you were at dog park?
I met a girl.
You met a girl.
Not just a girl.
Not just a girl.
Well, she's a chef.
She not just a chef.
no.
For retarded people.
I can't do that. No way.
What?
No
What?
Way, no. Let that,
I won't say
let that
what. I
settle,
won't
let
say
that
what
settle.
TV. But she's a TV
Yeah, she's
chef.
been on show. She's been on shows, and let's
I won't
not
say who.
We won't
That's broad
say
enough.
Let's
You're
be
fine.
nice.
What's
Martha,
the-
Martha Stewart.
What's the
Yeah.
You're fucking Martha Stewart.
What's the opposite of bottom cook?
So she was on a reality show,
Can
and you're
you
like, you don't
not-
want to talk about that.
Please, yeah,
She's
I
a-
really don't.
And the thing is, but she's Asian, right? I can say that, right?
Well, you're making it exceedingly easy to figure out
Can
who
I-
this is.
can
So
I
let's
just-
please
hold on.
Come
Okay,
on.
but-
Hold
out of
on.
respect towards
No, I'm
this
not saying
person,
let me
because she
ju-
may not want to be
Here,
associated with
okay,
me at all.
okay, okay.
And then you just ruined
Fine.
my
Right.
chance at
Fine.
having something
Fine.
in my life.
Relax.
Look, okay,
relax.
Jason.
Relax. We'll call the show Top Hef.
All right, that's just not funny.
Anyway, no, this is the thing is I like the fact that you think that she's going to be scared off you by this podcast when she met a homeless man in a dog park. and she's not scared of scared of yet. This woman's invincible. She's an emotional vacuum. She'll take anything.
He's very
But
upset.
she's an Asian woman he met at the dog park. He goes, I met this Asian woman at the dog park who's a chef. And I go, was she looking for food items? She was
That was
shocked.
good.
Yeah, we laughed when that happened.
Yeah, that's
that was the only joke I was trying to get to this
you
whole
guys
conversation.
did you guys have a moment?
Oh, we hung out
Like for how long?
5 hours.
Did you have dude?
What?
At the dog park?
Well,
No.
that doesn't surprise
Over at her
me.
house.
No, you went back to her house.
You went to
after
her
going
house?
to going to
Yeah.
the dog park.
I showed her some
Did you
Tai Chi.
leave with all the
Showed us
same
some
number
Tai
of dogs?
Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty retarded. Going back to an Asian person's house and showing them Tai Chi.
She was interested in
That's
it.
like me going over to an Italian girl's house and going, look at this, pasta, right? Well, she'd already know that type of stuff.
Maybe.
Is she a good sort? Yeah, you like this girl?
She's really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Is she hot?
You,
You
wouldn't
wouldn't think so.
Why not?
Because he's racist.
Because you're racist. She
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
fall in your categories. Either one of you is.
No, I don't like the Asian women.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. 'Cause I
Hi,
come from
Eddie.
a country. Yeah, Eddie used to have an Asian.
Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie. She was really petite.
I
She
know
had
who
a
that
man
is.
of a voice.
Oh,
of a
you
man.
knew Hi, Eddie?
Yeah, I knew how.
Hey, Jim. Is Eddie in?
Eddie, is there a man in there?
Yeah. I loved it.
Just Eddie.
She was very good looking.
Eddie.
You want me to suck your balls?
I'm playing with your penis. Hey, do you think Jim can hear? And I'm like, fucking Indians with their heads to the ground can hear.
He means Native Americans.
Yeah,
Unless
you
they
know,
do that in India
when they
too.
hear
I
the
don't
train,
know.
when they hear the horses coming, they put their
Yeah.
heads to the ground. They can feel the vibration.
They might do that in India as well.
No, because it's overpopulated country. There would always be sound around. There would be no open area where they could do that.
Hey, have you seen any of those Occupy things on the web and stuff? Like the
yeah, because
the
I
video?
searched for it.
No, well, people share it, and I followed one, and I was watching them. They were doing these public addresses, and it was so creepy that like they would chant the speech so that it would ripple out through the crowds because they didn't have any public address system.
Oh yeah, they all repeated.
That was
yeah.
it's like the weirdest
yes,
fucking.
the Chinese whisper party.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
or telephone. The
How is your
Popular
occupy?
game.
How is your occupy the couch going?
There's only one member.
The answer is strong.
whenever I play telephone or Chinese whisper, as it's called in other countries, but you guys call it telephone, right?
Where you change the story around.
No,
the
you sit around the
room,
corner, you whisper something into your ear, and then you have to whisper, and then at the end you hear
It's something different.
Something
you hear
completely
something
different,
different.
yeah.
I must be a little cunt because it always start off with like, Jason's really pretty would be whispered in my ear, and then I go, Jason's a fat faggot. Oh, that's what I heard. You know, there would never be a shift. I would already be planning something awful to say.
I was
Selective
We
here.
didn't like that story.
Isn't that how the Bible happened?
That's how.
That is, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, thou shalt not.
Are you gonna catch another fly now?
No.
Okay. That
What
could
did he
help
catch
us.
a fly?
Yeah, you got a
So
fly.
Lindsay,
There's a
what-
comedian, Big Al, that opened for me in Adelaide, Australia, and
Big Al.
Big gay Al?
Big Al,
Is he a big skinny guy?
yeah,
Really tall?
no, he's massively fat.
Oh, okay.
He was on stage, and you know how like flies and moths go to like the light.
Sure.
So he's on stage, and there's a fly flying around him, and he's holding a big pint of beer, and it was like a moth or a fly goes by him, and rather than like swat it, he opened his mouth and caught it in his mouth and ate it, and swigged it down the beer and chugged it. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like-
cool.
It was fucking better than Mr. Daniel LaRusso in Karate Kid when he caught it with the chopsticks.
Wow.
He just went.
I like how you call him Daniel LaRusso.
How did
Everyone else just calls him the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you good friends with him?
we don't need to get into this.
Remember,
No, I
remember
stalked
Eddie
him
and
for a
Ralph?
while.
Yeah, remember Eddie with Ralph? That was.
I know, it's Ralph Macchio.
I had
But
him-
whoever refers to the Karate Kid as Daniel LaRusso.
I really
Someone
like
that's
your car,
really-
Mrs. LaRusso.
Yeah, it's like whenever I always call him KL for Superman.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
ever call him Superman. Like,
Yeah, because you're really into it.
I started writing to Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio on Twitter, and no response. I thought maybe
I don't think he does his own Twitters. I think he's too busy.
I was reading about guys on Twitter, a lot of sports stars like Ocho Cinco and these guys, like they're saying they're ruining their brand because somebody will come to them and be like, hey, plug my restaurant, I'll give you 10 grand. And they'll be like, I was just eating at the best place in the world. And it's like people with like 2 million followers and stuff can do this, but they were saying it's like worth so much more for them to do it and sell to a brand, but these guys just can't not take the money.
Oh, I agree with it. Yeah, because like there's the Nike deal for like 60 million, or if you're just sitting there going, I could just send on Twitter and just say Jerry's Steakhouse is awesome. Actually, I'd like to go there.
Which
I don't know. I made it up. It's not a real restaurant. I've decided I'm not as into steak. I got to tell you what I've been up to. I was in New York and I had dinner with our good friend Brian McCarthy. He's a fucking car wreck at fucking Thanksgiving, I tell you. Oh my
How
god,
sweaty.
He should have been with his family. He rocked up. I was speaking to a couple of the waiters, going, "I've got a friend coming." They said, "How will you recognize him?" I go, "Just the oddest person that shows up. That's the guy to let in, right?" He shows up in corduroy pants with stitched dogs on them.
Yeah.
Like little tiny
Labrador
little tiny
retriever.
Labrador. Yeah, like the thing is, and the thing was, I said, "Oh, nice dog pants," and he was like, "Thanks," and he goes, "You can choose your dog. Like you go on the website, you can choose what dog." And then he had like a pink shirt with a cravat,
He's Ed Helms from The
Yeah.
Office.
What's a
That's
cravat?
a cravat, like
a scarf. kind
Oh,
of thing.
scarf. Okay.
with a cravat. And then he comes into the dressing room, and everyone just goes, "Oh, I really like that fat gay guy you brought. He seems really nice," because everyone thinks he's gay, right? And then I went, "Everyone thinks you're gay."
Technically.
Yeah, can you turn the gay down a bit? And then so they walk in, he just starts talking about the one time he sucked a black cock and when he fucked the guy in the arse.
He's not helping.
Wait, that's 2 instances of gay activity.
Well, he's mentioned both of them
Yeah.
on the podcast,
Yeah,
right?
so that's.
And then then the next time one of the comics come back and I'm sitting there, as soon as he heard someone coming, he took his shirt off and acted like we were just getting dressed again.
Wow.
He's an awkward guy.
I love him.
And then
He's
it's like
creative.
I gotta get back my family. Like how does that man have a family?
I don't know.
How
He,
is
And
that?
a well-adjusted family.
he
at
was telling
that.
me a story the other day that he got in a fight with his father-in-law, and he stormed out of the room and went upstairs, and his wife came in, and she's like, "What?" She's like, "All I want to do is make you happy or something," and he goes, "You know that will never be possible."
Really?
Well, who can blame him?
Oh my goodness.
A little funny Nathan Lane looking fucker.
Yeah,
He
that's
does
it.
look like
Good
Nathan
call.
He
Lane.
is a Nathan Laner.
But it's I just don't understand how he exists. It's like he's always talking about things he's doing, and
But what does he
he's like
do?
Jason with new clothes.
There's
Yeah.
one listener who hates him, who writes in these things. He's like, I don't believe one of his fucking stories. I think they're all lies. And he's one of those guys that it's like you don't believe his stories, and then you go out with him for a night, and you're like, nope, now I believe them all.
I know you believe the story, but also these people. What if the listening people out there? What if your stories are lies? What if they are?
Yeah.
Oh, it's entertainment. What are you fucking bothered about? To go and write to someone and tell them. I've said this 1,000 times on the internet, on this show. The internet fucking makes people into cunts.
The misspelling thing. Jay Moore typed to Twitter the other day where he did your and your, and he did them both wrong. One was supposed to be YOU apostrophe RE, and the other was YOU. And Jay's got a ton of followers, like 200,000 followers or something. And I looked at the amount of people that were correcting him and going, "Oh, you fucking idiot," blah, blah. And I almost devoted a whole day to writing back to every one of them. Cunt.
Misspelled.
Oh, no, that's my go-to. Okay, I'll tell you what I did today, and this is, I don't want to belittle the situation, but Patrice O'Neill died today, and I wrote a little message on my page about how sad I was about the passing of Patrice O'Neill, and fucking got my spelling corrected. Is this really the time that do you go to a funeral and do that? You stand up there.
Tell them
and
the
we-
grammar's wrong in
Read all
the
the
eulogy.
cards.
Yeah, I was reading the eulogy here, and there's a few spelling mistakes. You just shut the fuck up.
The Melbourne
Time and a place,
Melbourne
people.
thing got me fucking so
Melbourne,
angry.
Melbourne.
People were getting so angry about me saying Melbourne and going, oh, every time some guy wrote it, he goes, every time I hear Eddie say Melbourne, the way he does, I want to punch him in the face. It's Melbourne. And I'm like, no, it's actually pronounced Melbourne. It's like if you went to Worcester, Massachusetts, how's it spelled?
Worcester.
Right. But if you went to Worcester and said Worcester, what would they say to you?
They punch you in the face.
You're fucking saying it wrong.
Probably
right.
attack you.
So
Well,
every
it's Worcester, though.
yeah, it's Worcester. So
Originates from Britain. It's Worcestershire.
so why
Like they were the first one. Your one was named after. They've been
Yeah,
getting
but we call it
wrong.
Worcester.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You
Worcester.
got it wrong.
no, we call it Worcester.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
Worcester.
Matt Devlin, fucking Worcester.
we don't put
from
OU in a lot of like words where you guys
My
do,
point is,
like,
it's fucking
flavor,
pronounced Melbourne,
color.
not Melbourne. And Jason will wrestle anyone for it, and I'll film it.
It's Melbourne. It's Melbourne. I don't know. It's Melbourne.
My elbow. Oh, sorry.
Have you ever gigged in Scotland and said, oh, I've been living in England for a while? Not even saying that, not even saying it's good to be here in England. Like to just go, I've been living in England because it's the same fucking place. I know we're going to get some complaints now. It's
I
Great
know,
Britain's
so-
the same place. Right. And you say, just saying to the audience, I've been living in England for a while, and the Scottish audience, that's the gig over.
Yeah,
Fuck that gig
that's
up.
done.
They're just angry now. They're just going to sit there festering and just fucking hate you.
Yeah, same with Northern and Southern Ireland. Jesus Christ. I said that on the show one time. I said, oh, I was gigging in Ireland or something, and I was talking about Belfast, and some guy fucking went off on me. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm all for, this might be controversial, not in here, but in the world. I just give it back to the Irish. Fuck it.
Yeah.
What do the English care for? It's just a pissy little.
They've had to give everything else back. They might as well give that back.
This is
They've
the
pretty
thing.
much given back everything so
This is
far.
the thing. What have the English still got, really? That they're still harping on about.
The pound.
No, that's their currency. You
I
can't
know.
say they've got the. Well, they still have that over
they-
the euro, so
yeah.
that is interesting. Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Jim. But I like that your go-to is just to fucking condescend. You're like,
Oh!
shut up, woman.
Speaking
Wow.
of
No, but I'm talking countries.
I know.
speaking of money,
But I wanted to throw in something.
well, I'll do it on the next one.
Why? What's wrong?
I have a whole
Ripped up money.
I have a whole bunch of money for Jason.
Oh goodness.
On my tour in Australia, a guy gave me
Better
Australia.
get in
Do you know how
trouble.
hard it is to tear up an Australian dollar?
You can't.
They're
tear-
plastic.
So the guy lit it on fire and it's all crumpled up. Then the Australian dollar is a coin. Somebody cut a coin in half
Oh, that's priceless.
Wow.
and gave it to me after the
You know,
show.
and these are thick coins. These aren't little tiny. These are chunky coins.
The only place you would
These aren't
actually
like- this
get
is-
money is in England because they won't tear it because if the queen's on it, right? You get in
Are
trouble.
you retarded?
It's
Isn't that
illegal
true?
here.
Are
too.
you
It's illegal
retarded?
everywhere. It's
illegal
That-
anywhere.
Do you think the
To tear
English
money?
actually do that? They go, "Oh, don't do that. The Queen's on it." Fuck off.
No, but it is illegal anywhere to rip up money.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's illegal to do it.
Well, okay.
You know, I remember there was a Australian Prime Minister Paul Keating who autographed an Australian $5 note, and he got in trouble as the Prime
really?
Minister. People,
There was a kid in my high school. We had a graphics class where you do like screen printing, and some kid one day made a plate, and you make a plate to print something. He made a plate of like a $10 bill or a $100 bill or something, but he made it like magnified like 10 times. So it was massive, and he was going to make like a shirt or something with it on there. The teacher, who was actually a cool guy, he wasn't a dick, called the Treasury Department, and they showed up at the school. And I think he did it to protect himself. But the kid was fucking getting taken down the hallway by the Secret Service. And everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, yeah, the Secret Service is here to arrest fucking so-and-so. And because he made this plate, because it's, that's counterfeiting.
yeah, but there's a lot of those. You get those things that look like money, and then it says in the corner, "This isn't real money." You can get play money, can't you? They have it in movies.
But
and
he
stuff
was
like that.
he was making an exact replica.
No, he wasn't. He was making one that was 10 times the size.
But
It's
I
not
think
an
when you make
exact
when
replica
you
at all.
make a plate, you could actually then shrink it down, and that's what they were worried about.
I want to see this broken in half coin.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
It's a lot of effort for you, Jason.
How
I'm
how
kinda
did
touched.
how did he break it? How did he snap
I don't
it?
know. I didn't ask him. It was
That would take like a hacksaw.
What do you think
yeah.
it would have been, Jason? What do you think he broke it apart with?
Oh, you could a die cutter. like a metal cutting tool easy.
Or sapphire or diamond.
Well, no, a
Yes.
die cutter is like it's a tool designed to cut metal. So.
Yeah, but other things. What other things could it be cut?
Oh,
with?
we're gonna go. Oh, laser even.
A laser.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Laser.
yeah.
Yeah, he could have.
How would you cut it if you didn't have a die cutter in the room?
You know, one way maybe you could put it in a vise and just hammer it back and forth until it popped. You know?
What about with your chi?
No, I'm not that good.
I'd let a train run over it and then use scissors.
And you might kill people.
Hey, could you with are there guys with their chi strong enough that they could do it?
I don't know. There's a guy that can light fires with his chi. There's a
Really?
it's called the
Ooh, I saw that video.
it's the Magus of
David
Java.
Blaine?
No, Magus of Java.
I don't believe that. That's a trick.
Yeah, it's a trick.
Okay.
No one's lighting fire with their chi.
It's possible.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to fuck him.
Mhm.
It's not. These things are all bullshit. It's like stigmata and all that type of stuff. It's all crap.
Oh, I have a good story. Speaking of crap, I was surfing the other day at Bondi, and the shark alarm went off while I was in the water. And I started paddling. I see everyone paddling out. I figured that's what it is.
What does it sound like? Dun, 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 dun.
And I'm paddling out, and the guy next to me looks at me and goes, "Haven't heard that for a long time." And then I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I started paddling faster. And I'm like, and for some reason it just felt like forever then getting out of the water. And I get out and I'm like, there's no fucking shark out there. There's no way. And I'm like, and if there is, there's got to be millions of them out there anyway. Like, why? So everybody starts going back in slowly. Like, guys are like, fuck it, and go back in the water. And so my girlfriend went over and asked the lifeguard. She's like, is there a shark out there? And they're like, yeah, they saw a 1.5 meter long shark. And it was over by the fucking rocks. And I'm like, oh, big deal. It's just one little shark.
My cousin used to catch wobbegons, which are little tiny baby sharks. And he'd catch little tiny, like brand new baby sharks. And he'd bring them back to his house. And you'd throw them in the pool and you'd swim around with them until they died of chlorine an hour later.
Oh, that's good.
Jeez.
Is everybody in your family
Started
fucked
off
up?
really cute.
Yeah,
Is your extended family
Like they
as
lived for a
fucked up?
while. They'd be like, oh, yeah, this is cool. My cousin Mark.
I did that as a kid, though. I caught it. There was a fish that was
He had a fish tank in his back of his car. That's how he transported it.
really.
Yeah, I can't remember why he had it, but I think he works with like in drug rehab now with like like he works like trying to help people out with that. But he
Should
had it
fix him up to with
for
a little
some
Yeah.
reason. He went from being like a video store guy to a guy that had a tank in the back of his car to helping drug addicts. Yeah, that's no, I haven't seen you for a while, Mark. Get in touch if you want. I always had. He looks like a blonde Robbie Williams. There you go. You were saying.
When I was a little kid, there was this park, Squaw Valley Park, and they had a creek, and there was a pond, and the pond overflowed into the creek, and there was like this fish, and we were like a whole group of us was chasing the fish up and down the creek, and it was like a good like foot long like trout, and we were trying to scoop it with our hats, and I finally caught it, and I must have been like 7 years old or 8 years old. I caught it with my hat, took it to the water fountain, put it under the water fountain. Well, somebody went and got my mom. My mom came down with a bucket of water, and I brought it home, and it was my best friend, and I put it in the baby pool outside our house.
How shitty were your other friends?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, what Fish
What
Hat?
fr-
Fish Hat was your best friend.
What do you mean?
You said I took it home. It was my best friend.
It was my best friend. I loved it, and then it died, and
How long did it last for?
about a couple hours.
Oh,
And I asked my mom if I could eat it,
It's my best.
and my mom goes, "You want to eat your best friend?" And I was like, "Well, why not?"
did you eat it?
No, we buried it in the backyard, and then I got in trouble because a couple days later, me and my friends dug it up.
Naturally.
I'd like to go fishing.
Ugh,
I would. I think it'd be relaxing.
mean.
My lettuce guy's got a boat.
Yeah, I know he does.
Yeah.
It's your lettuce hookup has a
Yeah,
boat.
it's a nice boat.
Yeah, and
It's
it
huge.
runs
Yeah,
well.
but
'cause you
that
fix it.
doesn't help me.
No, he has parties and he invites me regularly.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to a party and be the one guy fishing at the back of the boat. If
No,
I'm gonna
no,
go to the party.
him
I'm
and his
gonna
dad
celebrate.
sometimes-
You would be though.
him and his dad sometimes go fishing. So
Lettuce
maybe,
isn't a
maybe if they
vegetable?
go again, you know.
I don't
on the
know.
boat.
Like I've hung out with some pretty rich people in my day, but never someone with a lettuce hookup. I don't know if I could.
There's good money in organic
I
farming,
don't, I
Good money in
Jim.
lettuce.
I don't know if I could
People
hang
are
out with
juicing
your
all over.
hoity-toity lettuce friends.
Did you ever go on the jet ski tour in the Marco Island?
Yeah,
Yeah,
jet skiing. I love jet skiing. Yeah,
I'm doing that next week.
jet skiing is a lot of fun.
No, but did you do through the Everglades?
No, I haven't done that. No.
Yeah, they take you through the Everglades, and this guy's supposed to be the dolphin whisperer. He calls himself Captain Ron.
Why is he the dolphin? Because he can make dolphins.
Go to Captain Ron's website.
Is he the guy that rapes dolphins?
No,
No,
that would be one of your relatives.
that's the dolphin screamer.
There's a guy though that like
Go to
is a
Captain
weird-
Ron's dolphin tour or Everglade tour.
See, Captain Ron's a movie from 1992.
Yeah, there it is. Look at this fucking thing.
Rated
That's
number one
legit.
tour. Not the best web page.
A lot of green in there.
It's rated number one tour on Marco Island. What other tour is there? In all of Southwest Florida.
This is the thing is when
Go down to the video though.
Who's rated this number one?
There's 20 people.
Okay, go
There's
down.
a manatee.
Go down.
Manatees are the fucking Down syndrome of the ocean.
Hit this thing.
Agreed. They're the Jasons of the ocean.
Yeah, you're a manatee.
You are a manatee. You are a fucking earth manatee.
They're gentle.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're fucking bottom feeders.
The lead's a door, not a window. It sucks. Can't see through you.
Avi Langer's.
Well, let's stop this right now for a second. I need to discuss what Jason just said. Okay, Lilith's in front of the screen, and Jason said, Lilith's a door, not a window. Now, I understand because you can't see her, she's not a window. Why is she a door?
That's just something they said when
Because she keeps shutting you out?
Oh, that was worth going back for.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to tell. Okay, so we did the Nokia gig a couple of weeks ago, and there was an incident. I didn't know about the incident until just today, and because this is the first time I've seen you all since the gig, because I was away doing shows and
Let me ask, 'cause
off doing things.
It's been almost like 10 days. Have you two, Lilith and Jason, have you spoken since?
I apologize to her.
Okay.
Okay,
I
good.
was really hammered.
Well,
I barely
stop.
remember anything that night, to be honest.
Because I came back the next day. I separated from the group, and I came back, and I said to Jason the next day, I said, "Did everyone have a good time?" So we all went back to Eddie's girlfriend's place, and there was some things went on, and blah blah blah. And then they go, Lilith went home by herself. She stormed off, and she got into a taxi, all by herself. And he goes, "You never know what's going on in that girl's head, man." And I go, "Why? What happened?" And he goes,
Fear.
And I went, "What went on?" And he goes, "She just weirded out about something. No one did anything." And then I was like, "Wow, maybe I said something to Lilith that upset her. Maybe I was rude because I had already left the group. Maybe it was something I did." And then I went to the lead. I said today, "Are you okay? Because I heard you left the gig very early. Was everything all right?" And she goes, "Yeah, everything was all right. If you like being raped by Jason."
I didn't rape her.
Elaborate what happened.
This
No.
is not what I heard.
I just came on her a little.
You came on her?
Yeah.
He
All
missed.
right, so Lilith, you're
Wait. Let me interrupt for 1 second. Jason drove me to the airport the next day to drive me to Australia, or to go to the airport for Australia.
boner.
And in the car, I brought up the whole Lilith situation, and he started yelling at me. And he's like, "I don't want to talk about this. You're hurting feelings right now. I don't want to discuss this."
I'm sorry.
Jason, not a good night for
Hey
you.
man, it's the holidays. I was stressed out. Okay, I'm
Yeah, but
sorry.
this isn't the story that you told any of us had happened.
Yeah, you pinned it all on
I would
Lilith.
like Lilith's interpretation of what happened, and then we will go and we'll debate back and forth. Jason, you're not to speak while Lilith talks, and Lilith, you're not to speak while Jason talks.
I'm gonna
Lilith, start.
gavel.
Okay. We were all having a good time, and there was a lot of alcohol
I'd
flowing.
like to mention that I can speak whenever.
Okay. And everything was great until we started walking towards the car with Lindsay's friend who was going to take us home. And
Because I got a feeling, because I drove you people out to the gig,
Yes.
and I'd already left.
So we don't have a ride, so we're like, there's a bunch of people from Venice, so we'll hitch a ride with one of them. And as we're walking, just stuff. I mean, throughout the night, Jason's groping me, and he's trying to come on to me, and
'Cause he
getting a
had
little rapey.
He'd had a good gig, hadn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
He was the opener.
he
Night,
showed up
Jim.
to the show.
I get to announce you on the show.
But before this, so Jason, we got to give a bit of backstory. But remember where you are with your story. You're being groped in a car park. Now, so the show starts out, and I'm in the dressing room. There's a few people I know there. I'm networking a little bit. I'm saying hello to some friends I haven't seen. Eddie comes with his girlfriend, and everyone's having a good time. There's plenty of alcohol flowing. and Jason comes back and forth. Now, Jason's job was to get our friends into the backstage bit. He had to go out and get, because obviously me and Eddie couldn't do it because, you know, it was my show. People would recognize me and people would recognize Eddie, and therefore we couldn't go out into the room. But Jason would go out and he'd come back like 4 people recognized me. And then you'd go, where are our friends? Oh, that's why I went out there. Right? So, like, he'd go out into the room, get recognized, get so excited about getting recognized and forget that wasn't a job, right? Then he'd come back in the gig. Now, I'd purchased for the room, I think, 2 bottles of vodka and a bottle of Jack Daniels and a whole lot of mixes, right? That I purchased for everyone.
Yeah.
And so Jason had most of that. And and then he had to announce on...
Wait. I need. There's a side note to this. While he was doing it, he had a list of people for Jim and a list of people for me that he had to get into the gig. He got everyone in, and I knew he was going to fuck up. And I'm like, how is he doing this? He's getting everyone in. Like, I'm checking the list. I'm like, wow, he got every single person in. All of a sudden, I get this message from a girl who had mentioned to me. She said, hey, there's a big fan of you and Jim. He has cancer. He wants to come to your show, blah, blah, blah. Can you hook him up with... Yeah, no problem. I'll get him tickets.
Oh, yeah.
I get a text message from her going... My friend is leaving. He tried to get in and he couldn't get in. And I go to Jason, the cancer kid can't get in. And Jason goes, oh. Jason gave him, there was a backstage pass and there was a ticket to get
access,
in. Yeah, there was a VIP access and a ticket to get in. Jason only gave him the VIP access. So the guy couldn't even get in the door. And so the guy left and I'm like, I'm about to go on stage.
That's really weird because I got a hold of the girl that was our liaison for everything, and I shouldn't say her name, but like, you know who I'm talking about. The one that she was I got her to the door, and I said, "This guy right here, I remember the stack that you
the
gave
lady
me."
that worked for
I
AEG.
explained to her what happened was
You
that
didn't bother her too much, did you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I gave her back. What happened was at the point there was like 6 vouchers and 6 tickets, or 6 VIP things and 6 entry tickets.
I got it. This is boring. The end of the story is the guy died.
Yeah. So everyone
Can't
got
say
in
no,
except
Jason.
for the kid with cancer. Jason fucked up with the one person. The one person.
The one person who really
Did he
needed
die
to
from
get it.
cancer?
Yeah.
Or something else.
Well, he also died from being cheap. You know, you can't take your money with you, mate. Buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the thing is, so we go back. Jason does the announcement on stage. He goes on stage and he doesn't go on stage. He does the off stage.
Yeah.
You know him from.
Wait, do you remember what he asked me though? He goes, when I introduce you, should I say, this is the hour of power?
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
right. Jason wanted to say this is the hour of power because he thought the audience would go mental, thinking that everyone... So he goes, I say this is the hour of power. And then Eddie, as Eddie does, comes to me and goes, say that to Jim right now. Say it to Jim.
I know as soon as I just felt stupid right away. like,
And
then you have to
what did
amplify.
you say? And Jason was like all sheepish, like, just that, you should all have a good gig. And that everything's fine, And so he
Just like he's doing with the airport pickup.
he introduced Eddie. Now we should mention that 2 days earlier, me and Eddie performed in, I had a gig in San Diego. and Jason fucked up the announcement bit. So he was a bit cleaner. He did the good announcement. And so then his one job was that when I get off stage, he had to be at the back of the room with the merchandise.
Oh my God.
He had to be ready to go, right?
Oh
now,
my
while I was
God.
on stage, he was getting hammered. Like
Yes,
fucking
yes,
hammered,
he
right? He's chucking back drinks. He occasionally, like, I'll tell
how
you.
do you know this? You're on stage.
No, because
We know.
occasionally I would tell a joke and then there'd be a bit of silence after the laughter and you'd hear in the corner, do you know me? Anyway, so
It's a big night for him.
yeah, it was a really big night. I was so happy to be part of his night.
And it ended like all his nights in an attempted rape.
No, we're not there yet. So I get off stage thinking, all right, the one thing he does do well is sell my merchandise well because he's very enthusiastic and that's what he'll do. I come back and he looks at me like he's in the hallway behind the stage. Like when you see like a cat with like a rat in its mouth, like,
dear.
I've done something, right? He's holding like 10 of my DVDs under his arms and he scurries away off into the distance like, I was already back there. Right, so he takes the DVDs back. I have a pretty hard time selling that one because there was no Euphormity or Q. It was just
Pandemonium.
It was pandemonium, and then DJ Qualls came back, and like Jason had a man crush on him, so he was like, Look at
DJ's cool.
Yeah, that's
He is.
He's your new celebrity friend.
Yeah,
He's a nice-
every time he meets a celebrity, he likes them. They're cool.
yeah.
Not everyone.
Which celebrity have you not liked that's been on our
Well,
show?
DJ is a good guy, but like this is the thing. So he's like DJ was like his new friend. So him and DJ were like leathered together in the corner, getting rid of the DVDs.
I know.
And then we go back. I have to go and do a meet and greet with some people from such and such. So I go, and then I come back and I was knackered and I left. And Jason was hammered at that stage where the story comes in. He was walking down to a car.
Wait. No, not even.
There was more.
Milan takes over. Milan was there. And Milan takes us to some VIP room that we didn't even know existed.
The bit on the balcony upstairs.
Yeah, and we all start doing shots.
That's where it got really bad. for
That's
me.
where I'd been up before.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he.
That's where the turn happened for me.
Yeah. So
That guy.
So you
That's a
actually
serial
drank
killer.
more from that moment?
No, honestly.
Yes.
I didn't really drink backstage.
You were hammered when I got off stage.
Jason,
You
you
were
were
hammered. You were hammered when
cans.
you were drinking.
Oh,
Jason,
because Milan took me to the bar in the middle of your show. No, I promise.
Yeah.
He did. He took
That's
me to
true.
the bar in the middle of your show, and he made me drink like 3 tequila shots with him or something
Wait a minute,
crazy
Jason.
like that.
When I walked in, all I wanted was a Corona to walk out on stage. I go, I just need a beer to walk on stage, and there were Coronas there, and you had 2 in your hands, and they were all gone. Like you had finished all the Coronas, so I didn't even have one to go on stage because you were drinking Coronas.
No, I didn't drink all the booze backstage.
Eddie, it was a big night for him.
No, there was. Yeah, you're ruining his night. Now, so okay, so you got more drunk with Milan. How many shots did you do with Milan?
I don't really remember.
He's a drinker.
I really don't remember.
Now, this is what I pitched. So you get more and more drunk with Milan, and then you get into an industrial elevator, that one that was like out of the movies, right?
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Star Wars trash
Yeah.
compactor.
Yeah, it was a Star Trek.
I
and
wouldn't go in it.
And it was the coolest thing. It was like to bring.
I loved it.
It was to bring up drum kits and shit like that for when they have big shows and stuff. That was an industrial thing. So we get in that big thing. So you're in the rapiest lift in the world, elevator in the world, correct?
I don't remember going down the
He's like,
elevator.
I know
Yeah.
rapier.
Well, Elite
You
does.
had to get down. You were on the 7th floor. You had to get down somehow. You went down, right? So you went down. You hit Elite. You walk in the car park. Elite, continue.
So he starts to bring up things from the past that he's still angry at me about, and specifically towards Jim, in the sense that the story of when I told you, Jim, about Jason getting evicted. Exactly.
I felt.
Then you have to put it back
look,
in your
and
face. It never makes sense when you fart
do you
in the
know?
mic.
But look, okay. Here's the thing.
Mm.
At that time, when it
Look, okay,
But that was all- that
This is shh. For all of our listeners out here. There was an incident many months ago. Jason got evicted. Lilith told me. Lilith was never told that she couldn't tell me. I told Jason that was really shitty of him to get evicted and he has to act like an adult. Jason, instead of acting like an adult, got very angry at Lilith. And that's
Yes.
what he's still angry at now.
Yeah.
no, I got drunk. Okay,
You got-
and
yeah.
sometimes things.
Well,
and
it
you know
was
what?
No.
But it kind of came out. It's like a purge, though.
No,
Honestly,
but I'm talking
you're
about the
always
backstory.
drunk.
I'm talking about the backstory now.
right. But I'm telling you, like right now,
Hey, I'm all for getting drunk.
getting trash and having that shit come out of me it actually helped me get over
No,
it. It's
you-
not a lot. I mean, I
That's not
feel.
the first time you've brought that up since it's happened and since we squashed
All right,
it.
no, it's Lilith's turn. You'll
All
get a
right.
turn later.
I promise I
So-
won't ever fucking.
Tough night for Jason.
Yeah.
It was a big
Lindsay,
night for him.
tough
Big night
night.
for him.
It
It
was a
was
big
really,
night.
really big night for him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, still get all the pity. See?
I'm saying I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're the racist.
Jason, you can say sorry in your own time.
When
No,
are we,
but can I just- go
when
ahead.
are we going to get to the part where you were doing cocaine?
No, wait.
Aw.
Don't. No, we're not there.
Now
This
you're
is-
all gonna call again.
No, we can
Jason.
only have what Lilith's story wants to tell now because Lilith stormed away and we wanted to. So he
Well,
brought
yeah.
up these things. What happened next?
Well, and just if I could say, throughout the whole night, Jason was coming on to me and trying to have sex with me, and I was like, "Bad touch, Jason."
I wasn't
No.
trying to have
Wait,
sex
wait,
with
wait.
you there
How
at
did-
the show.
Jason,
In
you're
a public
not your
place?
turn.
Not allowed to talk.
In Jim's dressing room when
What?
he came over, and I
I tried to have
sitting
sex
down.
with you.
Jason.
I don't.
You tried to
Jason.
put your cock in my face through your jeans, not like literally, but you're just
Oh, this is like scissor
Jason.
fucking.
the seduction
Jason, shut the fuck up.
was oozing out of you, and it was
Lily, tell us how he hits on you. We want to hear this.
So what happened? He's in the dressing room. You're in the dressing room. Were you alone?
we were alone.
Okay.
He pulled me away from Eddie's dressing room, which was where everyone was at, and everyone was having a good time.
Right,
So
my
we
dressing
walked-
room is boring.
But it was populated.
I get all the food from yours first. That's why.
Yeah. So yeah,
So I
just
wanna hear
sat
how he hit
down.
on
We're
you.
getting stuff. We're trying to get the DVDs. That's when we were supposed to get the DVDs.
Oh, this is even
And
before
instead
the
of getting
shots.
the DVDs, he
So he wasn't. This is the bit
is
where he.
planning a life with me.
This is the bit where. This is the
was?
bit where he claimed that he wasn't drunk yet.
He was drunk.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
He was
let's
very
hear.
drunk.
How was
This
he
is
planning?
At the end of the show.
Lalit,
Towards the end of the show.
how was he planning a life with you?
Kids we could have and sex that
Did I
would
say that?
please me.
Wow.
It would be all about me, and
So
how many great things he could do
What
with
did he?
his tongue.
What did he say? Is
Did I say that?
You did.
No, you will have your chance to say what
Yeah,
you
will
say
you
later.
please
You have your
not
chance.
speak?
He said to me, he said, there are so many ways I can please you. The
Yeah.
sex we could have, the things that I could do with my tongue.
Yeah.
I was.
And we could
Wow.
have kids.
Lindsay's
and,
gonna throw up.
I'm not feeling well.
yeah, and all that stuff. And then what did you say when he said this?
Well, I politely laughed and was just like, no.
Oh, that's always polite.
It's-
Ha ha ha. Never.
Yeah. I just was rejecting him nicely because I could tell he was worked up, and I didn't want to have a fight come out of it, which it inevitably did. But I was just like, yeah, no, Jason, that's all right. I'm not having sex right now. It's cool. I don't need your penis anywhere near me. And then that's when when the rejection happened, and then it was like, okay, we got to go sell the DVDs, and that happened. Then we went to the VIP, and then got more drunk, and then as we're leaving, he starts to bring up all this shit.
And
Right, don't. Okay, and then when did you storm away?
I stormed away. I was actually like crying and like screaming. Probably looked like a mad woman.
because she was drunk too. She was drunk.
I was drunk. Definitely not as drunk as
A lot of girls who get raped are drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't make an
And
excuse.
I
Jason.
definitely think he thinks I'm an easier target.
When
But I
you're-
still have my guards up. I'm in the moment. I know when to say no. But anyway, and I think I said no a few too many times, and he brought up all this shit to try to make me feel bad, because then the psychological rape comes. You did this to me. You're a bad fucking person, and da-da-da. And that's when I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, I'm not here to get fucking lectured and told I'm the shittiest person on this planet, when all I was trying to do was like help you.
And so you stormed off, you got in a cab. Did you get back to Eddie's girlfriend's place?
No, I just went straight home.
You were gone. So that's your end of the story?
Yeah.
That's what she
That's-
claimed.
Wait.
Yeah, and and as like, it was actually kind of a Hollywood moment. I got into the cab, and he's trying to get me out, and Lindsay's friend's trying to get me out. Poor thing, I felt bad for her, because she's like, "What the fuck's happening?"
Yeah, she told another side of the story. It was a little.
And I get into the cab, and he's like, "If you go home in this cab, you're dead to me." And I was like,
I didn't say dead.
Goodbye. Shut the door. And
Did I really?
driver off to Venice, please. Yes, you did.
Lily, then I text you, right, to see if you were okay.
You did. You text me, Ray text me, Ernie text me, Jesse text me.
Because I just heard that you had I was worried it was something I said to you, but I didn't even speak to you much that night, so I didn't text you because Jason had told me that she just went off for like a mad woman for no
Yeah.
apparent reason.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of
if,
this,
if that
honestly.
story is even close to true, how much did that cab ride cost you?
$60.
Jason, you owe us $60.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
You
donate.
could have
Like,
still ridden with my friend.
no, you
right?
know what? You know what? You know what? You know what?
$70 and I'll let you rape
know-
her.
I
you
didn't
know-
know anyone else.
You know what, Lily? We should just. You don't need the money that bad. We should have Jason.
Yeah, I do.
We should have Jason donate to the Rape and Abuse and Incest National Network.
All right.
Sign up for that.
It spells rain. Originally,
When it rains, it pours.
Originally, they wanted to call it Ran, but they went, nah, let's put incest in there. Give it a bit more. Give it a bit more zing. So,
You make it rain.
Jason, now you're not allowed to talk. Jason, what do you believe happened?
Everything she said.
I don't really remember much of that.
Give us what you remember. Give us what you remember from the moment. You
Well, I
got to
remember
the
her
back
getting in
there.
the cab, and I remember yelling at her about it. and I don't really remember.
This is
what
exactly
happened in
this.
this.
This is exactly what Jerry Sandusky, the coach from Penn State, has
Yeah.
been saying.
No, I don't remember
I
exactly.
enjoy the presence of
But
young
I
people.
do remember.
There was a bit of horseplay.
Yeah, exactly.
We were in the shower. Everybody's
May
getting
have touched
clean.
someone's
Yeah,
knee.
I might have had boys jizz on me, but
I-
nothing weird.
It was the middle of the day. I was drinking.
Well, I didn't rape her, so I mean.
Are you sure? You don't remember?
Well, every witnesses,
no, he didn't rape
witnesses
her.
saw her get into a cab and go
No,
safely
he
Yeah,
did.
home.
my friend drove him
my
home.
ass
She
wasn't
almost
sore.
He didn't rape because the victim didn't say that she was raped. So,
Yeah, I
so-
wasn't accused of rape. I was.
All right. So what did you think in your mind? Because I'm sometimes when I'm drunk, I'm rude to people, and in my mind, I'm like going, "Well, good sir, I was wondering if I might be able to."
This was another.
Yeah,
I
one.
do remember saying that my feelings were hurt when that, because like honestly, I wanted to tell you on my own terms, and I felt like she took control of my life in that moment, and
Right.
you know, like I do, like I feel like it wasn't your place to tell him about me losing my place. Like,
Jason,
back then.
I
And that's
feel-
when
I agree with you on this. And because I agree with you on this, I'm going to let you rape her. I feel that's
just wanna
I feel that's a
raping.
rape-worthy crime.
And I will let you, but you still have to donate the money to the rape crisis center.
All right, but I honestly felt like it was my right to tell my friends what my problems were, and that's
When
why I was upset
You
about
weren't
it.
planning on telling them.
But we've
And
we've
I
done
But that's not your
assumed-
job, though. It wasn't your job to take
We're
the initiative.
friends.
All right, no, we know about this argument.
All right,
gone over
let's
this
talk
a
about that.
million
We know about
times.
this argument.
I need to interject because.
So have you?
wait.
Have
there-
you rung up and apologized?
Wait, hold on. Before
I
no,
apologize for my
shh.
behavior.
Before
yes.
we get to this, Jason got in the car with us, right, Lindsay?
Did Jason get in the car? No, Jason got in the car with Danny.
I
Jan-
rode with Danny. I didn't ride with you guys.
Okay,
We
Who's
didn't hear about
Danny?
this till the end. My
you
friend.
were in the car with me,
Yeah, I drove you, Milan, and your girlfriend.
and then
She took a cab.
I took a
You
cab.
got
with
in the
the
cab
foreigner.
And
With
he got in
Danny.
the car with Danny.
oh, and we were worried about Danny. That's what we
Yeah.
were.
Danny,
worried
I
about.
didn't do anything to
No,
Danny.
Danny's
Danny
a-
said
Danny's
you
a
were-
girl, ladies and
Danny
gentlemen.
said you
We just thought maybe you'd
obviously distraught.
Danny's not as hot as Lilith, but we thought you might step down since the rejection. You might
No. There's
transfer
a-
the rape.
It's not
Right,
just that
Danny.
Lily-
Danny, I met you very hot. Don't listen.
There's
to it.
just it was history and shit. That's the Danny. I wasn't gonna try to rape a stranger.
That was like church. That was church leader shit. What you pulled on me.
All right, I apologized.
Yeah. Thank you.
In our own time, I
Okay,
apologized.
Okay,
and
I
can,
appreciate
can
it.
you agree not to bring up that incident again? The stuff about the home moving.
Yes,
thing?
yes,
Because
yes.
you've
I
had
apologize.
so you can't bring it up again when you're
I'm
drunk
done.
or anything.
I'm done.
That's
and I
fine.
And
I mean
can you when you're being accused of
Thank you.
rape not sit so casually with one leg up
Yeah.
on the chair?
I would never
Like-
rape.
like-
It's because he's got a boner.
All this rape talk.
Yeah. He's just going. I'm a pretty fucking smooth guy. Now there was lots and lots of girls there. Why did you go back to the dry well that is Lilith?
Well,
Like that
and
dressing
Jason's-
room. That dressing room was filled with girls that
Do
you
you know
could have
what?
talked to. Why did you
Lilith
go?
was-
Why did you go to the girl that rejects you all the
All right,
time?
He
was
saw
really
she was
hot
drinking.
that
She was
night.
wounded.
You want to answer or not?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lindsay.
because
Lily was really hot that night, though.
yeah, and her heels were clipped from alcohol.
You got, as,
And Jason actually told me after the show that I could have done a little more work.
boo!
And
Alright.
I just want you to know, Lily, that's my trick. That's how he doesn't rape
I gotta
me.
tell you, Lindsay. From a few people that were there, I had some nice reports about the
Yeah, he
carousing.
says to me the next day, you were like, you know, you
Oh, what
could
did
have done
Eddie
a little
say?
bit more.
What did Eddie say to you? She used to be fat until she became
Yeah,
my friend.
I walk into the backstage area.
Did
I
you
don't
say
know
that
anyone
in
there.
public to people? I heard a rumor that Eddie said in front of a room full of people, held Lindsay and went, "You used to be fat until you were." my
I walked
friend."
in the room and I think Jason or someone must have said, "Oh, you look nice."
I said
and
you look
your
hot.
response to
I
that was, "She
think
used
she-
to be fat. It's because of me that she's skinny." And you told a room full of people. That
So,
she was
Jim, to answer
I said it a lot funnier.
Well, that was nicer than calling me a whore as soon as I walked in.
Who did that?
Hi, Lily. You look like a whore. Hi.
You
Eddie's
did,
girlfriend.
You did look hoary.
Well, you look
did
like
not.
Sandra
Did
Dee.
Eddie's
and now you
girlfriend-
wonder
Did
why I
Eddie's
tried to
girlfriend-
rape her.
Which isn't
Did Eddie's
gory.
girlfriend say you look like
I
a
didn't
whore?
try to rape her. I
he
just
said
admitted
it
that. I
right
didn't
in
mean
front
that.
of her. As her and I were supposed to say hi, he just interjected with his.
Did Eddie's girlfriend get upset by those comments? Did she
No.
say anything? Did she
No.
say, "Eddie, don't speak to a woman that way"?
She didn't, but she brought me back Tim Tam, so I love
That
her.
was nice of her.
Yeah.
Lindsay, it was pretty funny when I said that.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about something already. I think you were already talking about him
Me being fat.
Now, what's your side? What's your side of the story?
Of the raping thing?
Yeah.
I didn't really see any of it. I saw Lilith out watching the show for a minute, but I just saw the wreckage.
I just saw her
after.
heels being dragged behind a curtain.
No, yeah, I didn't see any. I know Danny drove Jason home, and she just said that they had an argument and she left, and then you were all fucking weird in the car, but not raging.
I was weird.
You were just really.
I wasn't weird to her,
emotional.
though, was
no,
I?
you were just
Okay,
really
good.
an emotional
'Cause I-
man upset.
Sociopath.
I'm sorry we ruined your night.
Yeah, I apologize.
Big night. We ruined it. But what happened was, for the first time ever, I thought it was Lilith's fault originally.
Yeah, me
because I
too.
texted Lilith.
No offense.
And Lilith apologized. She's like, I'm sorry. I just had to go, blah, blah, blah. And I get this long text from Lilith. And I thought, maybe Lilith just was too drunk and then did that to Jason. So the whole, because I didn't see Lilith the next day, the whole next day I was thinking it was Lilith's fault. And then Jason's driving to the airport, and I'm trying to get out of Jason, and he's going, I don't want to talk about it. This is personal. It hurts my feelings. Can we just stop
Can I ask
talking?
a question? No, can I ask a question? No, really, really quickly.
Jason's got his hand up,
Yeah.
by the way.
Please.
Go ahead.
People-
No one's let him talk on this.
Lilith,
Boo.
please.
Okay.
Lilith, was it the argument or the attempted rape that made you want to leave? Or both?
I would go for both.
Okay.
But
Now, when you say he was grabbing at you, where does he grab? What does he do?
he grabs me by my waist and says, I could fit a baby in there, or something like that.
I
like-
don't remember that. That-
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god! Which is
my-
weird.
I feel
like I just
which
got
is
raped.
weird because he has a waist where you actually could do that, like without penetrating, just underneath the fold.
yeah. Why don't you hold the baby?
Now,
Hasn't there
now
been a man
Jason,
that carried a baby once?
Jason, this is the thing, right? Will you give up now hitting on Lilith? This has got to be. That's got to be.
yeah, that was the nail in the coffin.
That got to be the nail in that. It's not going to happen, Coughlin.
Sure.
Come
Not like
on,
that.
there's still got to be a little.
There's still more alcohol.
There's still a
There's
little-
always the Nokia next year.
There's a there's a little part of you that thinks you can still get her, right?
No.
You sure?
Well, he's little, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sad,
I'm scared.
sad world, Jason.
And I was really hurt that night.
All right, Jesus, drag me
What?
over the coals.
You can
I
call,
was
you can say
crying, like,
hurt,
oh my-
torn,
Oh God, Jim,
ripped
no.
apart,
abrased.
abused.
Roy just brought up on the TV a guy, the first male pregnancy.
It's an Asian guy. No, but it's someone who had a sex change. It's not
woman, yeah.
real. It's not real.
Oh, so he
I
did
was-
have a wound.
That's like saying Chaz Bono is the first man with a vagina. You know, it's not. That's
Weren't
a
we
fucking.
talking about this today, Jason? Because I think you made a comment that Jason lost weight, but he's like, oh, you know, I still have the gut. And then I was telling you that you should take prenatal vitamins.
Oh yeah, you're
or
telling me I should get the lotion that
that women
pregnant
that give
women
birth
use to make
yeah.
my elephant ear go away.
he just posted a picture on Facebook of Jason, an old picture of one of his old headshots.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
It's not just fantastic because how large he was. I didn't realize how big you used to be, Jason.
Yeah, I was fat.
But it's
He was a monster, wasn't he?
it's
it should be in photos.
look at this.
Yeah,
the
You
best
should be in
is
lawn and track
if you
truck.
use that as a headshot.
Was that your headshot?
that was my acting headshot.
That's a prison photo.
Well, that's
That
not the
was-
one I. That's not the actual one I used. That was
Wait a
just out of the.
minute.
series.
They're the clothes you chose for your photo shoot.
Well, no, I did several different looks.
Don't you know that? Don't you
not
know
really a
that?
headshot.
Don't you know that black is slimming?
Jason,
Why would you wear a white
God.
T-shirt?
No, no,
I don't
no.
wear a white
No,
T-shirt.
no. My
Jason.
agents wanted me to emphasize my fatness in the picture.
the white supremacist look?
Exactly.
You know
had
what?
agents
You
who
know what
looked
would
like
have
that.
emphasized your fatness? Your fatness. You didn't need special effects.
Why didn't you just go shirtless?
they wanted me to
Look at you
gain-
in that photo. You look like you should have Princess Leia chained up in a bikini.
I was fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see that.
But you know, it's funny is the people that booked that King of California role for me, the people that represented me during that time, they were always wanting me to gain more weight.
I want you to gain more weight.
They're trying to kill you slowly.
Not
Yeah.
you, Lindsay.
They wanted
Now
me to
we
die.
know.
That's why they're like, you should gain some more weight. We just have to stop sending you.
It is
on
more
that.
endearing, though. I think you.
Can't book a lot of work when you're a shut-in.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a good episode to end right there. Come and see me at the Grove in Anaheim, California, December 30th. All the Australian shows are sold out, but come and see me in Australia if you want.
No, you can come see me at the Lake Ontario Playhouse. I'm there New Year's Eve and the night before New Year's. I'm also at the Ice House in Pasadena, January 13th and 14th. I'm at the House of Comedy in Minneapolis, January 18th and 22nd. So come see me. All my dates are at eddyift.com. Good night.
Good night.
Talking shit. Talking shit.